everyone. If you have ever wondered about some of the behind the scenes roles in theater, stick around. My name is Emily Salatan. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm a Rams Head intern here to interview a very special guest about what it actually means to be a financial officer for a student theater organization.
My name is Rebecca Cohen. I use she, her pronouns. I'm a senior and I am the financial officer for Rams.
Sweet. So, as a financial officer, what is it that you do?
Yeah, so there's a few different things that I do. The main thing is really processing reimbursements. So I'm sure anyone in Rams has probably got the annoying email from me being like, hi, can you set up direct deposit and also send me your receipts and also send me your receipts again because there was something missing. So that's me. Hi, hello, put a face to the name. That's kind of the bulk of the like weekly responsibilities. It also involves sort of setting up the budgets for new shows coming up, and then a bit kind of broader along with board, the financial officer also helps kind of weigh in on the status of the endowment, reinvesting the dividends, and all that stuff. Although that's kind of to come shortly. But yeah, mostly processing reimbursements is my day-to-day work.
As the first financial officer who's not simultaneously also a board member, how has that shift affected the position?
I think it makes a lot of sense. I think it makes the job a lot more manageable because you don't also have the responsibilities of being on board. I do think like one of the things that makes sense is like financial data. I don't know if it should be, but we do make it kind of this confidential thing, and so I think that may have been why it was entrusted to board before. But I think it makes the job a lot more attractive because you don't have to also commit to the workload of being on board.
Absolutely. What's something that you kind of learned on the job?
Um, I think this is something I've known, but something maybe that I've started to appreciate is just the amount of funds that Rams has. Like we are able to do a lot of really great productions and a lot of high quality productions and have access to some really great resources because we are so privileged to have the funds that we do. And I think that's something that's, as a college student group, you don't always see, this level of funds, which leads to a certain level of, professionalness and pre-professionalness within the theater. I worked on lighting design a few times. We get Vipers and Revolutions, which are pretty, expensive and high quality lights. You go to a professional theater. My friends and I would play the game of Spot the Viper because it's a very, it's a professional instrument, and to have access to that, as I got to work on one my freshman fall, is pretty remarkable, and I think a great tool for learning.
What drew you to this role in particular?
Yeah, well, so as I mentioned before we started this interview, I'm a mathematical and computational science major. So I've always been kind of a math nerd in the classroom and a theater nerd outside of the classroom. And so I thought that financial officer was a good use of my nerd skills.
Thank you so much for coming in, Rebecca. And to anyone watching, if you want to hear about some of the other behind the scenes roles in theater, ask your questions, stay tuned for our upcoming panel, and I'll see you there.
Just if anyone's watching this, make sure you submit your receipts correctly so I don't have to bother you.